You're about to make a huge decision in handheld gaming, and today we're going to see which one is actually worth your money. In this corner, we have the PlayStation Portal. For under $200, it claims to put your entire PS5 in your hands. And in the other corner, this is the brand new Nintendo Switch 2, a full next-gen console that costs over double the Portal. If you choose wrong, you could be stuck with a laggy, frustrating piece of plastic, or you could waste hundreds of dollars you didn't need to spend. I'm about to tell you 5 things that help you make this decision, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one to buy. Okay, first things first, and you have to understand this, these two things are not the same, at all. The Nintendo Switch 2 is a real console. You can buy games, download games, and play them anywhere with zero internet. It's an entire gaming world in your hands, and with this dock, you can throw the picture right up on your TV. The PlayStation Portal is not a console. It's basically just a screen for your PS5. It runs 0 games on its own. It absolutely requires a PS5 and a good Wi-Fi connection to work, or at least it used to. Now, with the latest update, you don't require a PS5 anymore, as long as you have a PlayStation Premium subscription, but you still require that good Wi-Fi connection for it to work. Now that you get it, let's get into the rounds. Round 1, how do they actually feel? I held these for hours, and you won't believe the difference. Sony literally chopped the PS5 DualSense controller in half and stuck a giant 8-inch screen in between the middle. The result? It feels instantly familiar, and believe it or not, incredibly comfortable, with all the awesome haptic feedback and adaptive triggers from the real controller. But the Switch 2 is built to be a tank. It's made to be thrown in your backpack and survive. The new magnetically attached Joy-Con 2 controllers are a huge upgrade over their old rail system and feel super secure. So who wins? The Portal is way more comfortable if you're just sitting on your couch, but for gaming on the go, the Switch 2 design is just way smarter. This one comes down to preference. Me, personally, I'm leaning towards the PlayStation Portal, and it's for this one particular reason. I just think the joysticks aren't as flimsy and they feel a lot better than the Switch 2. But here's the catch. The Nintendo Switch 2, you can actually swap out or buy new Joy-Cons, whereas the PlayStation Portal you can't. So if you get stick drift, there's no replacing that. I'm gonna get design point to Nintendo and ergonomics point to PlayStation Portal, so this one's a tie. Round 2, the screen. This is where things get insane. The PlayStation Portal has a huge 8-inch 1080p LCD screen, and when your Wi-Fi is perfect, the PS5 games look incredible on it. But if your Wi-Fi hiccups, even for a second, the screen can turn into a pixelated mess. Your router is its boss, literally. The Switch 2 screen is a beast. It's slightly smaller at 7.9 inches, but it's a 1080p LCD powerhouse. It also supports a refresh rate up to 120 Hz. That's double the Portal's 60 Hz, which means games can be ridiculously smooth, something the Portal literally can't do. And get this, when you dock the Switch 2, it can blast games on your TV up to 4K resolution. The Portal can't do anything like that. The Portal screen is bigger, slightly, but the Switch 2 screen is just better. It's more powerful and it always works perfectly. This round goes to Nintendo. Round 3, the gaming experience. On the Switch 2, games run on a device, so when you press a button, the action on the screen is instant, zero lag. This thing can play any game perfectly, whether you're on a plane or you're on a couch. It just works. The Portal is a completely different story. It's all about lag. Even with the best internet in the world, there'll always be a slight delay. Tests have measured the lag from 50 to 80 milliseconds or even more. For slow single-player games, you might not notice it as much, which those are the type of games that I recommend playing on that, which is unfortunate, because your gaming choices shouldn't come down to the limitations of the device. If you want to play something like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Battlefield, or a fighting game, then you can go ahead and cancel that, because you're going to have a terrible experience with the PlayStation Portal, because those type of games require fast reactions, and that lag will destroy you. The dream of playing your whole PS5 library anywhere, it's real, but the reality is, some games are practically unplayable with that delay. This isn't even the competition. The Switch 2 zero lag experience wins this round easily. Round 4, the real cost. You are not going to believe this. The Portal is only $200, and the Switch 2 is way more, at $450. Sounds simple, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Portal is only $200 if you already spent $500 on a PS5. So that brings the real cost closer to $700. For people who already own a PS5 though, you get to play the games you already have, which is a huge win. Or if you don't own a PS5 already, you could just cloud stream, but at the time of recording, that will cost you $160 per year to access cloud streaming. For whatever reason, PlayStation locked the ability to cloud stream behind a paywall. So, $200 plus $160, you're already up to $360. And you still have to rely on Wi-Fi. And before you ask, but what if you just want to play your own games and not play the games on the PlayStation Portal service? Can you cloud stream for free then? The simple answer is no. You will still need to have an active PlayStation Portal Premium subscription. The Switch 2, however, is $450, and that's it. That's the entire price for a complete console. You get a whole new system with its own library of games that you can't play anywhere else. We're talking Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, and Nintendo's confirmed will be backwards compatible with most of your old Switch games, physical and digital. For battery life, you get around 5 to 7 hours on the Portal. The Switch 2, running its powerful games and new hardware, is estimated to last between 2 and 6 hours. Okay, so we've gone through just about everything. So which one should you buy? Let's make this super simple. Pay attention. You should buy the PlayStation Portal if you own a PS5 or you're willing to spend at least $160 a year to be able to play it. Sounds crazy, right? And when you think about it, it really is. But if you already subscribed to PlayStation Plus, then you just simply have to just upgrade your tier by a couple of dollars. So if you're going from no subscription, then yeah, that's completely crazy. But if you already have an active subscription, then a couple extra dollars a month might not be a big deal to you. Also, you have to make sure you have amazing Wi-Fi at home. I mean, Ethernet cable to your PS5 amazing, which is the preferred way to do it. Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi is not recommended. If at all possible, if you're going through the PS5, hardwire your PS5. You'll get a much better experience that way. Also, if you're always fighting someone for the main TV in your house, then the Portal solves this one problem perfectly. And lastly, you only get to play chill, single-player games where a few milliseconds of lag won't make you rage quit. Now, you should buy Nintendo Switch 2 if you want one console that does everything by itself. You want the game on a plane, a bus, or literally anywhere with no internet. You should also get it if you want to play the next Mario or Zelda game, because you can't play those games anywhere else. They're exclusive to Nintendo. If you want a handheld that can become a 4K home console to your TV, this is the one to choose. And lastly, you want to play competitive games and have zero concern about lag. And for the conclusion, on paper, the Nintendo Switch 2 wins. But truthfully, there's no single winner. And here's why I say that. What it really comes down to is the type of games that you like to play. If you want to play the Marios, the Zeldas, and the Pokemon, then go with Nintendo. But if you prefer Spider-Man, God of War, Ghost of Yotei, The Last of Us, Uncharted, and still have the ability to play games like Call of Duty Warzone and Battlefield, then choose the PlayStation Portal. They're built for two completely different people. PlayStation Portal is a genius accessory for a specific PS5 owner. It does one job, letting you play a PS5 anywhere in the world. And it does it well. It's just not a console. It's a problem solver. The Nintendo Switch 2 is the next evolution of the revolutionary console. It's a powerful, do anything, play anywhere console. So the choice is yours. Are you looking for a better way to play games you already own? Or are you buying a whole new universe of games that can go anywhere? So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below. Which one are you going with? If you found this helpful, share it with a friend. And if you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And I'll catch you in the next one.